It's over.
What was the score? Hey, welcome to Girl Chat Sports.
It's over.
Uh, what was the score?
Well, it's not. It's a was. I mean, it's
It's
still
not
play
over
action.
yet.
It's 70-63 with 20 seconds left. Connecticut Sun leading. So it looks like our Aces may possibly be
Oh
playing the
my
Sun.
God.
With 20 seconds remaining, they went on a run.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Girl Chat Sports with Mo and Mel. It's
Welcome.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday.
you were
And
about to say it was
happy first day of
Wednesday.
football. I know. Listen, my whole week is off.
We're
We
totally
got
thrown off.
we're thrown off. If you guys are
Yeah.
watching football, we appreciate you multitasking with us. We know it's the first day, although it's not our team, so we can't really complain. But it is the first day. We are excited. We also have the final game 5 of the Sun and the Sky, which it looks like the Sky are about to win. He said, Mo. So
No, the Sun. 70-63.
the Sun,
The Sun. They
70.
just
Oh my
70
God,
to 63. They just went to the free throw line. It scored
this is
2 on that, and it's 20.4 seconds
insane.
left in the fourth.
Oh
They've
my
been
God.
on a 13-0 run since the last 3 minutes of this fourth quarter.
They want it more, I guess. I thought I didn't
Clearly.
listen. Oh goodness,
1,
goodness,
2, 3,
goodness.
Cancun, Candace. We will see you in the Inside NBA talking with the boys
Oh
about the
man,
upcoming NBA season.
it's crazy.
It is.
It's
It is.
ridiculous.
It's hot.
But anyways, we appreciate anyone that's tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and just get our guest on so we can get started on all of the Vegas talk as well as to get to know her some more. But please welcome to our show, sports anchor and reporter from Fox 5 News, Paloma Villicana. Hello, Paloma.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Hi,
Excited to
Paloma.
join you ladies. I know
Yes.
we've been so busy, but we finally made it. So
I know it's been a hectic summer. It feels like it was. I think we've always crossed paths somehow, but it's great to see you, and it's great to be able to talk to you in person and have you on the show. We really appreciate you coming on. So thank you. But just to get the ball rolling, you've got definitely a long history of covering sports, and especially in different. I didn't realize you had been out in Huntsville, Alabama. So that's
yeah.
crazy. But give us a little breakdown, kind of your, well, first, what got you into sports? Like, is this something you
Yeah.
were thinking of when you were young, or how did
Yeah.
this transform for you?
Yeah, I've always been a part of a big sports family. My dad played football, he coached football. So we were a big football family. It's just me and my older sister. So, it's just he had 2 girls, and one of them ended up loving football and loving sports. And that was me. And I was, every weekend I would just go to games with my dad and watch football with my dad. And I was kind of a tomboy growing up, just loving every sport. But it wasn't until high school that I really got involved into football. I went to Poway High School, and we had a really good football team. We won the state championship. So I really fell in love with football. And I started interning in San Diego. I'm from San Diego. So I started interning at a news station, KUSI 9 in San Diego, and was just, a junior or a senior in high school, already just jumping into it and really getting to learn the ropes as a sports reporter when I was, 17, 18 years old, and fell in love with it. So I went off to TCU, majored in sports broadcasting at TCU, go Frogs. And I was able to, have an awesome 4 years at TCU covering football, basketball, baseball, all the sports at TCU. And that was a lot of fun. And then I've been everywhere. I've been coast to coast, northeast, southwest after college. So I worked a little bit in West Virginia covering WVU and Virginia Tech. I was in the South covering the entire SEC, covered, a little bit of Dallas too. I worked for the Cowboys for a little bit. And now I'm on this side of the country, diving into everything in Vegas. So I feel like I've got a little taste of everything, but it's been so fun here in Vegas. It was kind of an interesting start for me here in Las Vegas. I got hired at Fox 5 right before the pandemic. So I was able to move in and say hi to everyone. And then boom, I spent my first 2 years here, like at home, in my living room, just, waiting to cover all the teams and everything. So super thankful for everyone I've been able to meet in Vegas. And we have a great group of people here. And I've fallen in love with everyone at the Aces games and the Raiders. And, it's been great. I feel like we're a really tight community here in Las Vegas. So it's been fun to see this city blow up in just the past couple of years.
That's so crazy. I hadn't even realized. I thought you were here longer than that for some reason. Because one of my questions for you was, how did, the pandemic really impact your career here? But I guess that was pretty much the start of the career.
Yeah, it was so like bittersweet. Like I moved to Las Vegas. I was so excited. First of all, I was just thankful that I got hired right before the pandemic. So, I got hired, moved out here, was able to settle in, and then boom, they were like, all right,
wow,
now broadcast from home for 2 years. And I'm like, I don't know anyone. I haven't met anyone, So the first year and a half, I was like doing my show on Zoom and everything. And but now I'm really thankful. We're about to hit the ground running with the Rebels, UNLV football.
Yeah,
I'll be traveling with them. We're traveling with the Raiders. So it's now like, all right, this is my job. This is what I'm going to do. So super thankful.
Yeah.
Wow. And so this is just amazing. So I guess I was reading into you being able to travel with the UNLV football and then the men's basketball team. And the only one, it sounds like, from here in Vegas. How did that come about? Is it because of the Rebel Report that you're doing? Or,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just an amazing, accomplishment, I think, especially to be out here in Las Vegas.
It is awesome to travel with the UNLV football team, travel with the Runnin' Rebels. Fox 5 has a contract with UNLV.
Okay.
So that's why I do the Reb Zone Sports Show every Sunday at 10:30. And it is just awesome. I become really close with the coaching staff, the players, all the personnel, the strength staff, nutrition, everything. So it's great because when you watch the football game or you watch the basketball game, I know all the operations that are happening behind the scenes, the trainers, the nutrition, the staff, the weight room, just every little detail that goes into being successful on the field or the basketball court. I feel like I have an inside look at really what it takes. So I was never a D1 athlete. I never reached that caliber, but being able to travel with the football team and the basketball team, I'm able to really experience day to day all the hard work they put in to go out there and perform.
Yeah. So let's get down to the brass tacks of it. What is your forecast for the season for football with our Rebels? You saw the preseason game at Allegiant. I think Allegiant brings the best out of these boys, having that type of atmosphere. What's your take and they beat Wyoming. So what's your take as far as what this upcoming season should look like? And if you have a prediction on what the end season results will be as far as their record, go ahead and shout that out. I don't, if you can talk about it. If you can't, I understand.
Yeah, no,
I kind of would like to hear your take as far as what we have in store for our team this season.
Yeah, well, UNLV football has a brand new team this year. I mean, there's so many new faces that Coach Arroyo brought in just because of the transfer portal. And now the NCAA transfer portal, that has changed everything in college sports. It's changed everything in high school recruiting, everything, because every year now you can get a brand new roster if you really wanted to.
Nice.
So, Coach Arroyo has over like 35 new players. He has, over 20 transfers. So what he's able to do is kind of like what the NFL is able to do. In the offseason, they're able to bring in all these free agents. They're able to get what position they want, what they need. So it's, for me as a reporter in the offseason, I'm like, all right, let's take a look at this brand new team and all these brand new players. Whereas when I went to school, you had the same football team every 4 years. Right. You brought in the freshmen and, you've had guys who were seniors, that have been there for 4 years. Now it's like, man, this whole team is brand new. So what's really exciting about this year's football team is just, it's a completely brand new talent. He's recruited older guys, fifth year seniors, guys from Power 5 programs. He has transfers from Michigan State, Louisville, Tennessee. Wow. So he's got, a much more experienced roster. And I think we saw that in their first game against Idaho State, 52-21.
Oh, that's what it was. Idaho State. I'm tripping. I'm thinking Wyoming is the one coming up.
Idaho State, Wyoming, they're kind of in the same area.
It was unheard of. We both were kind of like, wait, is this the same UNLV team that we've been talking about for so long?
Crazy score.
They all just kind of group up together, right?
Yeah, but that was just a crazy score to begin with Idaho State. I mean, that was just unreal.
Right. Well, in the first half, they were up like 40 points, 47 points. Yeah. So I was like, wow. So just off the bat, straight out of the gates, I'm like, hey, this is a different football team, which is exciting. And I think after that first win, I mean, just being in the community, being at my coffee shops or just being in the community, people were coming up to me saying, man, I'm excited for UNLV football. I'm excited. So it kind of just sparked that buzz around the city. I know Coach Arroyo said he had a lot of texts, calls and everything. So they got Cal this Saturday on the road, and Cal is their only Pac-12 opponent.
Right.
So this will be their test. Going up against a Pac-12 opponent on the road. Cal just beat UC Davis in their season opener, so this will be their test. But I think we're just seeing a different juice around UNLV football, a different level of focus, work ethic, talent. From top to bottom. So I'm excited for the Rebels this year. I know Coach Arroyo has had a challenging first 2 years here in Vegas. No one expected a pandemic, to start off your career with all of that. And it's so funny, Coach Arroyo and I, we kind of like started our careers at the same time. Okay. So it's like he's dealing with the pandemic. I was dealing with the pandemic. I mean, we started the Reb Zone Sports Show like on Zoom, and I'm like, nice to meet you. I don't know when I'll meet you, but it's just showing, people like the adversity that you have to go through when you're, starting a team, creating your culture, creating your foundation and everything. It's not smooth sailing when you start something. So that's just kind of what I've learned from Coach Arroyo and just being with them. So
And your thoughts with the new athletic director?
It was just great.
Has that been a big change?
Oh, Eric Harper. Eric is a familiar face.
Okay.
He's a familiar face around UNLV. He's been there a long time. He's totally behind Coach Arroyo and just what he's seen so far, recruiting wise, the players he's brought in and everything. I know that they're really big this year on getting the community to Allegiant Stadium, getting the community to run in Rebels games, doing a lot of giveaways and just involving the community more, whether that's just promotions, marketing, and that goes for all the teams, the Lady Rebels, UNLV volleyball, UNLV baseball. It's not just football and basketball. So with the Raiders being here and the Aces and just, how this city has blown up, I feel like UNLV is trying to, be as present in the community as the Raiders or the Aces are.
Yeah, I believe that.
Well, that's good because they need to, and at least they got a nice stadium to do it at.
Yeah.
No
well,
one
they
has
do,
to drive
and then the tickets are so cheap. Honestly, the tickets are so cheap to go, and the season tickets are even cheaper.
Exactly,
and you get great seats, and you get a chance to experience Allegiant. Maybe not for the Raiders game, but at least to see the stadium and check it all out. I mean, it's primo.
Wow. Yeah, that's great.
Well, it's got to be exciting, Paloma.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I know, like, we're just starting football season, so I'm like, all right. I literally went to TJ Maxx today and bought a new suitcase and some new stuff, and I was like, man, because once season once we're rolling, it's like I have no time to.
You're gone. Well, I'm glad we got you now before everything started getting hot, because I know it's going to be crazy, especially with finals coming. You've got another couple weeks of basketball. That means, and you've got college and Raiders and everything else, and it's just I couldn't imagine.
How's the work-life balance with that? Because you're married and you have family and stuff. Like, how does that manage the relationship that you have right now?
Yeah, well,
how does that work? Because you're gone a lot. Then you're in the studio, and then you're potting, and just a busy lady.
It has been very. I want to say the past year, like last year was my real first football season here, but. I've just been like, all right, I need to do like meal prep services, or I need to be smart about like online shopping, Amazon.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is I travel a lot, and when I'm on the road, it's almost like I have more time on the road. Like, okay, I got to go to Target because I need toothpaste and I need deodorant. And sometimes I'm literally shopping at Target for clothes because I'm like, when I'm home, I have no time to go to the mall and stuff. So
Target has some great items. Don't
Yeah, they
downplay
always
it.
do. They really do.
Always.
And I noticed on your Instagram you are clocking people's fashion, so you're into the fashion thing.
Yes, yes.
Can we
definitely.
just stop for a second because
Yes.
Oh,
Look at that.
listen. Well, let me tell you,
Look
the
at
Aces.
that.
When I first, because I mean, obviously we've all seen Paloma on air. We've heard her talking. We've heard her sports. We've seen her out there. But when I saw when I saw her for the draft, I was like, stop right now. Like, this was amazing.
The romper is adorable. First of all, I love it.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah,
it is very fun. It's super
cute. It was
and
like,
then
hello,
your
yes, it's the draft, and we're here.
It's tight too. I love it.
Yeah, I'm definitely myself as much as possible. You know, I want to dress however I want to dress.
Good.
I feel like I want girls to dress however they want to dress, you know, and I'm totally me, 100%, whether I'm interviewing the president or interviewing, you know, a small town high school football player, it's the same me, you know, so I don't change up for anyone. So,
well, that's, you know, what's supposed to be with your fashion. It's supposed to be your personality. It's supposed to be a reflection of who you are, and it speaks with how you dress. Yeah. You do very well, my lady.
Thank you.
Yes.
You do very good.
I always
we actually have a
love
mutual
to watch,
person that we know. You know Ray from the Milk.
Yes, good friend of mine.
Yes, shout out to him because I'm trying to coordinate with him. He had shopped with me a while back, but I'm trying to coordinate with him because he makes his own stuff, and he's actually doing everything from head to toe. And I need to get with him. But
that's been the best part about my job, is really finding the local talent and all the local gems here in Vegas. And Ray's is one of those guys. I met him through his partner, Randall Cunningham, which is Randall Cunningham's son.
Right.
So it's just been awesome. I've been able to just meet incredible people here in Vegas, and they know people and they know people and they know people. And then it's just this one big, awesome family of, you know, we're all connected here in Las Vegas, and it's awesome. Yeah, Ray's great.
Ray is great. Yeah, shout out to him. But that's Vegas for you. Once you get in and you meet one person, it's like it's a 6 degree of separation. Everybody knows everybody. Then it gets small, so then you don't feel so alone being here if you just moved here, you know, to a certain degree.
Well, and plus you're in Las Vegas, so at some point everybody's coming to see you. Like, oh, hey, I'm coming to Vegas next week. Are you got any plans? Hey, are you in Vegas? You want to go up?
Right.
No.
That always sets the tone too.
Oh, it always does. Yes, there's always someone coming. There's always someone visiting. Always somebody wants to come meet you on the strip, and it's like, you know, after a while, once you live here, like, I don't want to go back down to the strip today. Like, no, I don't.
I live for the strip. I was
gonna say, call me, text me, I will go.
Yeah, I'm with that action. Paloma, you and I, we will gel so well.
I'm so ready. Let's go.
I work on the strip enough where I have a pulse of the city. Like, I feel like my one Twitter handle a long time ago when Twitter first came out, I put in a quote as my thing is, "Are you kidding? I am Las Vegas Boulevard." Meaning I know the whole, like, I'm in that strip. I'm not working the strip, you know, in that sense, but I am. Like, that's the place.
That's your life, I guess. I love it. Yeah.
Any rumors on any of the stadiums coming? Because I know we're thinking about, you know, an NBA team coming, MLB is coming. Have you heard any pulses as far as what's the next step? Are the A's really coming, or are we looking at other teams?
I did have a lot of communication with the A's general manager earlier this year. But I kind of fell away from that story because I could never get a clear answer from him. Obviously, they're still negotiating with Oakland and what they're doing in Oakland. And I was like listening to all the meetings in Oakland on the waterfront ballpark. But I eventually just kind of drifted away from that story because I was like, man, I got things to do. Like, if this ain't happening next week,
give me a story or not.
Right. So, because this is very gray. We don't seem to know anything. We're so in limbo with that.
I do know that he's been out here a lot looking at and I'm, because I live close to the strip, so I'm like just looking at the strip. And he's talking about if they were to move to Las Vegas, it would be somewhere in the strip corridor. So it would be somewhere over by UNLV, or it would be somewhere over by Resorts World.
Okay.
So that's the last I've heard, is that he's still coming out here. They're still coming out here. They're still looking at land, you know, if that's an option. So When that will happen, I don't know. But
Right.
the fact that he's still coming out here and he's still visiting, it does mean that there still is interest. It's not like a, dead loss. But, I want every team to come out here, and I want the NBA. I want everyone to come out here.
I want all the smoke. I want
well,
it all
that
too.
was that was like the new rumor mill is that, supposedly come, when is the games in Seattle, they're going to be announcing the expansion teams for Seattle and Las Vegas. And if that happens, I mean, woo!
Yeah.
If everything's on the strip at this point, I feel like they need to be expanding the freeways, expanding Las Vegas Boulevard, because you're having every professional sport, which in October, November could mean like doubling, tripling game nights, would just be intense.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Bring on more sports.
I know, and even with Formula One coming here, they just bought land over by UNLV, so it's it's almost like you got to start fighting for like where you want to go, because like soon enough, it's all going to be taken up. So
wow,
that
is so insane. All I got to say is start saving up for season tickets for that NBA thing.
Oh yeah,
because once that comes, I'm definitely trying to put in a bid for that. Yeah,
it'll be nice to have. It'll be nice. I'll be happy that my Seattle gets a team back. When I hear expansion, I'm like, it's not an expansion. It's bringing the team back. That's what they need to be doing. It's just, bring the team back. That's all. I'm still bitter, but it's okay. Let's move on to some
I hear it.
I know.
I hear it, sis.
Let's move on to some aces. So, of course, we are officially now in the WNBA finals come Sunday against the Sun, who just won tonight. Crazy. But what I wanted to just play a little video was the last, I think it was like the last 2 seconds of game 3. I now termed it the battle in Seattle, because game 3, which was Sunday night, was the intense game where it literally went back and forth for like the last 7 seconds. So I'll play this real quick.
Wilson and Plum, the others on the floor for Vegas. Williams, a great look, knocks down another 3. Gray looking in, lobs to Wilson. Wilson one-on-one, dives in. Wilson finishes and gives Vegas the lead. Williams into Bird in the corner. You bet! She's done it again! Sue Bird! Are you kidding me? Vegas down 2. Gray lobs it in. Young to tie, banks it home, and we will have overtime.
Nuts.
Unbelievable.
See what a 3-point action makes a world of difference. These girls are shooting threes.
I mean,
makes a world of difference.
Insane what took place in that game. You had Asia and Chelsea combined for 63 points. There was new career playoff. I mean, I think Asia had a back-to-back career playoff high nights. Oh man, I still mean,
and Stewie still did 42 points, right? She still did 42 points.
That was on Tuesday, yeah.
That was Tuesday.
But they had and this is in front of 15,000 fans. Climate Pledge was almost sold out. They had over 15,000 fans, at least on Sunday. I didn't check what it was on Tuesday, but that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
insane.
It was.
But that was needed. They thought that their fans could carry them through. We had beaten them at their home court before, so.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible. I went on air after game 4 late at night on Fox 5, and I was just like, I have no words for this series. Like,
I know.
I went on air and I was like, man, I mean, let me just think about everything I just watched, like it was just incredible basketball on, both teams, back and forth, big shot after big shot. To see Chelsea Gray and her talent this postseason, I mean, it's just incredible.
If she doesn't get Finals MVP, I swear to God,
it's just incredible. I've never seen anything like Chelsea Gray. She is just a beast, clutch. Every shot she makes, I'm just like, how did she do that? She's physical, she's tough. And then off the court, I mean, man, she's so great to talk to. She's got such a great personality. So it's just been awesome this season. I know. And what Becky Hammond's been able to do.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. And I think it's also been great to see social media's reaction. Like you saw people, about the WNBA, and then it's coming to the Aces and finals in the Seattle series. And next, everybody on your feed, every tweet you're seeing, every post is about WNBA and the crazy action in this matchup. And I think it was just great to see the WNBA getting all this like huge,
I like the fact too that
what
now
they're
you got
doing,
people asking me for tickets for the finals.
Yeah.
Where can I
Yeah.
score tickets? Where can I get tickets? Like, I really want to come to this game. Like, now you're
Yeah.
getting local
Online.
support that you've never heard
Yeah.
give the local support.
Uh-huh.
And it's now,
Yes.
where were y'all?
Yeah.
Right.
And
No,
now
it's
that
awesome.
the athletes are showing up from different aspects of sports. You've got football players, baseball players, basketball, football, local, and it's just taken over that on a weeknight, you've got a good, nice amount of people drawing a crowd on those weekly games when we're playing in the semifinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been almost over 10,000 fans
Yeah.
at Michelob Ultra Arena. And yeah, like you
Right.
mentioned, you have the Golden Knights sitting courtside, you have the Raiders sitting courtside, you have the governor sitting courtside.
Yes.
I mean,
Thank you.
everyone's
Hello.
there. So
Yeah.
it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, what
Tom
Becky
Brady
Hammond's
sitting courtside regular season.
right. And that's what I've been saying all season long on air. I'm like, you got to go to an Aces game.
Yeah.
You
You
got to
have
go to
to.
an Aces game. I mean,
We
they
have
are
been
so
And
much
for the
fun.
price, like literally $10 or $15.
Yeah.
And free tickets or buy two. Buy
Yeah.
two, get
The
one. Like, they have so
BOGOs,
many
like-
specials. There is no excuse. And people are showing up. I'm loving to see in the crowd. I'm loving to see the
For
people
sure.
and the fan love.
Yeah.
It's about time.
It's been great. It's been really great. So the only other thing that took place too, after the game 4 was, of course, Sue Bird had her final game, which, after so many 20 years and 4 championships and USA golds and just all that she's brought to the league as well as to the game, it was just great to see her. And I know there was a small clip of her final game I wanted to show too, just of her reactions.
Kind of weird. Definitely surreal. I think initially you feel sad about the season and the game. Or I felt sad about the season and the game. And I then think as the emotions started to come to the surface, that's also what I know deep down, and that was my last game.
Like you saw her starting to choke up. And
Choke
it was
up,
it was just, but she
pretty
had
emotional.
They gave her a huge celebration after the game ended, and it was just nice. It was great to hear her talk. She was really supportive of just the younger generation, like the girls, like having Asia and Chelsea and Stewie and Jewel Lloyd kind of now being the face of the league, and how much that has to look forward to for the WNBA in the future years. I think that's great. It was just it was just crazy for her to have to be gone, on top of Serena, on top of just Sylvia, and
Well, it was a good year for them to tap out.
Yeah, it was an emotional week.
It was an emotional week, and it was a great moment for that to all happen in a row, so it wouldn't play with our heartstrings too much. I didn't want to go through another month of seeing a great have to give the speech. Let it run through that week.
Right.
Good.
So Paloma, we're having the Sun coming then on Sunday. Games at noon. I know for people they're freaking out because it's also the first Sunday of football.
Yeah.
Plan accordingly. Watch some of the 10 a.m. games at a bar or a restaurant there in Mandalay, and come on in for the game and get back out and watch some more. But
my question is, what is Mark Davis going to do?
He'll be at the Aces game.
Private jet,
helicopters. Yeah.
He's got a double duty. He's got to go to LA for this Chargers game.
He will be at the Aces game.
He'll be at the
He will be at the Aces game.
It's the finals.
Yeah, he's got to be.
He will.
It's got to be.
I mean, he missed pretty much almost the entire preseason, and it was in his home city. So I would assume.
He's got a jet. He can take off in a jet.
Yeah,
if he needs
that's
to,
true.
but
That's true.
yeah.
Wow. But with the Sun,
I was gonna say Chicago, man, like. Ow.
Yeah, and
I cannot believe it.
I
can't believe
what
it.
happened? Oh
it's
my
crazy.
goodness.
And I just heard
they were tied at half.
Right, they were tied at the half. And I heard whoever wins gets to fly private to the Vegas, and then whoever lost got to go to the commercial back to their home.
Man.
Oh,
that commercial stuff.
That's
commercial stuff.
But they're home, so Chicago don't have to fly nowhere.
Right.
So Connecticut gets advantage of the jet.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited because now the Aces are facing a team that's like, man, we just dominated this guy. Right. So let's go. So they're hungry. They're hungry. They're going to be coming into Vegas, and they know the Aces. They know. Everyone knows the Aces. So,
yeah.
But the Connecticut Sun, they've always given the Aces a tough time.
We've had a hard time at home with
have.
them for sure,
They
and that's
have.
going to be interesting to see kind of what that matchup is, because now we have to
Right.
deal with against Jonquil Jones, like who's really
Right.
Asia's our 5, but are we going to be using more? Are we using her? Are we using more like the Kia Stokes? Are we using the other ladies to kind of use as a post player? Because that's going to be a tough one to guard all the time.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's been the struggle in some of the previous games for the Aces at home. So that'll be interesting to kind of see what Becky draws up for this one. But
right,
she'll draw it up. She's coach of the year. She'll figure it out. The fact that she was able to make an adjustment when they were tied up and the game went into overtime.
I was going to say,
that's a coaching thing. That's all coaching.
The way they came out of that Seattle series, I mean, they can play anyone. They can play anyone right now. So
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I know I am. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for a parade. I'm ready for women to bring the first championship to Las Vegas. Like everything. I'm so excited for that. But now if you could just give us a little talk about the Raiders. It's Mo's team.
Definitely.
Yes, let's talk about it. First of all, let's talk about your show. Like, how did that come about?
Oh, here are the Raiderettes.
Oh.
And they're this year's Raiderettes.
Have you been to the facility that sits like in between Ace's new facility and
their dance studio is very, very nice.
I'm sure it is. I want to so badly to check it out.
Yeah, and they're opening it up to the public. They're gonna start hosting events and dance classes, and they're starting to open it up to the public, which is awesome. So yeah, the Raiders, man, I'm excited. Undefeated in the preseason. Josh McDaniels, I feel like he's got also a brand new team like Coach Arroyo. He's just a different culture. I was talking to some of my friends, just the way he's so disciplined from the Patriots. Some of my friends were saying, it's the Las Vegas Patriots, like that's just how disciplined and, just kind of the Patriots way. So I'm excited. It all starts, this weekend. We finally get to see Derek Carr and Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Finally, man. We've been talking about it for 6 months now. So.
We have. We've seen the FaceTimes. I'm not allowed to see I was supposed to go to a training camp. They canceled the training camp. I was hoping I could see what that action looks like in real time, but Sunday will be my time.
Yeah, Devontae Adams looks really good. He looks
I can't only imagine.
As expected. I mean, even the players talking to the players during training camp, they're like, man, like we're all impressed at practice, what he can do, what he's been able to do just in practice. So can't wait to see it in live action this Sunday.
And Waller's contract is finally finalized. Like we're finally done with this whole situation.
Yeah, they got all their stars figured out.
Yes. So I'm ready to see it. And, people like, well, they play the Chargers, in LA. I said, honestly, that's still another Raiders home game. So you got to understand it's going to be more Raider Nation than Chargers. So I feel like SoFi is not going to be a threat to us.
Yeah, but this new Chargers team has a lot of new fans.
They do, but they're not going to outnumber Raider fans. Come on, they're going to be one section. What are you talking about?
We're going to see. I'm not saying that there's not a lot of Raider fans there.
Of SoFi.
Just saying, there's a lot of these new diehard Charger fans that are all behind Herbert and everything else.
Have you seen them, Paloma? Because I haven't seen them. Have you seen them?
I have not seen them.
Thank you. I feel like I don't know what she's talking about right now. Like I feel like it's going to be a whole Raiders thing. And there may be, but I don't know who they are. I only know the existing ones, And honestly, with the AFC West being the toughest division in the league now at this point, that is going to be our challenge, is that team. I'm not expecting a blowout, but I'm expecting it to be highly competitive. I'm looking at this Bills and Rams game, and Bills are owning the Rams right now.
And it's
owning
crazy,
them 24-10, like owning them, like they're showing up, And that is an AFC contender that I'm scared of too. They've got them ranked to win the whole thing, and they're off to a great start tonight. I just want to get this win off the Chargers, because I went to the game where it was a divisional. Did you go to that divisional game last season?
Last season, I was not there, but I was watching it. I was watching it like, man.
That was the most stressful game ever.
Woo!
Paloma, I was there. It was the most stressful game ever. And And my dad was like, stand up, Mo, stand up. And I'm just sitting there like this the
You're
whole
like,
time. I
watch.
can't even.
Can't watch.
Man, it was just too much because you got to give it to Justin Herbert. He is that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his
Definitely.
offense they're running is just, it's crazy. It could have gone either way, but we
Yeah.
prevailed.
Do you have a forecast of where you see the Raiders landing in the AFC West?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
I think with the talent, I just think with the talent they have this year on both sides of the ball, they got to be at the top. They got to be at the top, especially under Josh McDaniels and the new culture they have, the new system they have. They got to be at the top. I mean, just what I've seen personally. I can't wait to see them in live action. But as
And
far
our
as
defense ain't too shabby either.
As far as the roster goes, I mean, it's light years ahead from last season, and they didn't
great.
they weren't that bad last season. So
For everything that we went through, no.
And preseason's preseason, I understand, but to see what they've been able to accomplish this training camp under Josh McDaniels and just the new culture that's there, I'm excited to see them come out and fight this year.
Me too. I have them top seeded too.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's going to be a battle. I feel like
bottom.
But it's tough. It's tough, man.
Broncos in the bottom for sure. Broncos in the bottom for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Paloma, I know we've kind of kept
She's saying
a little
that
bit.
Russell, I know.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll deal with him on Monday.
Yeah.
But there was a couple other questions. I just, for younger generations out there that maybe want to get their foot in with, I know me and Mo were kind of like seasoned as far as within, we've always loved sports. This is our hobby. We love sports. We want to bring attention to it as best way we can. But for other girls that are out there that obviously want to do something in sports, see you on TV and want to know what they can do, like what are some things that these young girls can start doing to get a career in sports? Because it wasn't something that was available, I know, when I was growing up. Like you didn't see women sportscasters on the news ever.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a lot of learning and a lot of growing and a lot of not being afraid to be myself. I'm surrounded by men every day, every single day. I'm constantly, sometimes the only woman in the rooms, the only woman at the shoot, the only woman on the football field, the only woman, around UNLV and whatever, on the plane, the only woman on the plane. I mean, it's sometimes like, I'm like, wow, I'm really pushing myself. I would say if a young girl's interested in this, you got to push yourself. You definitely have to be like, all right, I'm going to be the only woman in this situation, but I'm going to own it.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to study my butt off. I do a show with Coach Arroyo, the head coach of the UNLV football team, who's been at Oregon. He's been all over the Pac-12. He's coached in the Rose Bowl. So, I'm standing right along a man who knows exactly what he's talking about. He knows his football team very well. He's the head coach. So I gotta match it. it. And that means I gotta go through the entire football game and take notes on every single down. On both sides of the ball, both teams and everything. So I always tell girls, I studied in college. I studied in high school, whatever. The way I study now, I'm like, man, it's just the work it takes. It's the work it takes.
Yeah.
But I'm passionate about it. I love what I do. I love to get to know new people. I love to get to talk to you ladies. I love to get to talk to Sandra Douglas Morgan, just people I've never met before. And, even with Coach Arroyo and all his football players, he has so many brand new players, and it's just my passion to learn their stories, learn where they're coming from, what they've overcome, how they ended up in Vegas, Sandra Douglas Morgan's story, or Mark Davis's story, or Becky Hammond's story, Asia Wilson's story. So, all the late nights of studying and flashcards and all that, I'm like, it's all worth it when I'm able to share someone's story that could impact someone else, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, sharing their stories, hoping a young boy out there can hear Josh Jacobs' story and say, wow, if I work hard and I put my head down, I work hard, I can change my family's life. So, it's my job to help people, and I feel like that's my main goal. I want to help people and get people's stories out there. So
and you do a great job
You
at
do.
it. Like,
You do.
literally.
That was a great interview you had with Josh Jacobs, by the way. That
Oh,
was
thank
early
you.
on, you know.
Yeah,
And
this
come from that
summer.
Alabama kind of connection. You guys talked
Yeah.
about that probably a little bit, and so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I'm so thankful to be here in Vegas. You know, I feel like we all have a story of, you know, being here in Vegas, moving here to Vegas, and seeing the city grow, and what the sports teams, how they've changed Las Vegas, the Golden Knights, the Raiders, the Aces, UNLV, how they've shaped this city and shaped the culture here. It's been fun to be a part of.
Yeah. And Paloma, I'm born and raised here, so I never thought that we would have a team ever come to this city. I always thought it was just going to be the West. It was going to be casino driven, all about the gambling, sportsbook betting, and that was as far as it went. We had, you know, the AAA little minors team. They used to be the Stars, and then they were the 54, and then now we've got them as the Aviators. But that was the extent of it. And then you had a few, like, we'd host invitationals, we'd host, like, you know, bowls, games, and that kind of thing, but never in my wildest dreams. And being a Raiders fan forever, would I have thought my favorite team would be coming to Vegas.
The Raiders called Mo and they were like, "Hey,
is it all
we're
right?
on our way.
Yeah, is it all right?
We have your approval."
Yeah, is it all right? We can move here. Of course.
Mo threw on the bat light and was like, "Bring it, bring him on."
Just when I thought I would be moving from this godforsaken city, it's like I can't go anywhere now. My team's here.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome.
One last question, because I don't know if you're able to talk. I mean, because we know that you're a Vegas sports anchor, but aside from Vegas sports, you know, prior to coming here, like, do you have a favorite sport, a favorite team, favorite players, like in your sports history of love and sports?
Yeah, I love football. I love college football. I love the NFL too. I love basketball too, just with the Runnin' Rebels and covering the Lady Rebels and covering the Aces. I've really fallen in love with basketball. You know, I grew up in a football family. My dad was a football coach. We watched every single college football and NFL game. Like Saturdays and Sundays, I was just sitting on the couch with my dad watching every single game while all my girlfriends were out, you know, going shopping and whatever, and I was like, I'm watching every game with my dad. But yeah, I love college football, and I love the NFL. I don't have a favorite team, but I do have favorite players and people I follow. I don't think I have like a favorite NFL player. Just because I work with them so much. Yeah. So I just
love them all.
I love them all. That was a great interview.
You can't show any biases.
Yeah,
like
Darren Waller, just all the interviews I've been able to do. Josh Jacobs, all the interviews I've been able to do. I'm like, oh, that was great, So and same with college. I feel like I've covered so many college football teams. Alabama's probably up there in my teams of covering.
Yeah.
And that's how Josh and I are tight. And
right.
I've been able to be I've been able to be really close with the Alabama guys. But yeah, I mean, covering Nick Saban and that was cool. It was very cool.
Yeah. That had to be an experience within itself. You could probably write a tell-all on that one if you wanted to.
Exactly.
Write it out there. If you're interested in writing a whole little not necessarily expose, but just a life experience journal.
Yeah, it's been fun to see the college guys that I've covered, and now they're Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Hurts, and now they're all starting quarterbacks, and I'm like, okay, so
I love it.
Yeah, it's been fun. I have like a little index card of the players. I'm like, when
very
I come
cute
to your game, you better say hi to me.
Exactly. That's
very
great.
cute.
Well, we've loved having you on the show. I know you're going to be super busy, but if you ever have spare time, we'd love for you to drop in again and give us kind of like a mid or post-season update after everything's gone, and we kind of get to reboot on some things and see how things go. But we wish you the best success, safe travels.
Thank you.
I even had a picture of your set from the Rebel Run too, so I wanted to show the
Reb Zone.
Yes,
the Reb Zone.
That's great. So when is the Reb Zone on?
Yeah, every Sunday at 10:30 p.m. with Coach Arroyo. And then when the Runnin' Rebels start, it'll be with Kevin Kruger at 10:30.
Oh, nice.
So Yeah,
Yes.
girl. I'm like from August to March. I'm like, woo,
Yes.
All over the
nonstop.
place.
I love it.
All
It's
over the
fun.
place.
It's really fun. It's really,
Oh,
really
great.
fun.
I
Well,
love
we look forward to seeing you in person. We look forward to seeing you on
Right.
TV more. And let's just hopefully we'll see you on a championship parade pretty soon.
Yeah, let's go. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
All right.
Paloma,
Thanks so
thank you so
much.
much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Bye.
Yes. Bye-bye.
I love this. I love it. I love her spirit.
Paloma.
So great. Yes.
So cute and so cool. Love it.
And the funny thing is I think there's only, I thought there was 2. I kind of searched through the news stations here. There might be 3 total women that cover sports in Las Vegas.
Yeah, for us.
Well, yeah. I mean, on a news station, I guess, but
We're a news station.
we are a news station.
Yeah, let's come on. Let's
But
give
that's
ourselves
crazy
props,
though.
too. But
Can
that
you
is
believe
crazy
that
on a
all
news
these
network,
sports and
yeah. But more to come. More to
Oh,
come,
you
I'm
know.
sure. I'm sure.
the old boys club,
You
I
know?
guess,
But it's
yeah.
good that she's on it, and it's good that she's actually covering something that we normally don't ever talk about, which is the college
Yes.
circuit and the UNLV.
Most
So it's good to have
definitely.
someone in that realm.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? To give us a
And
breakdown.
I know she's got to be busy, like flying for all those games.
Yeah, that's why I was
away
like,
and
how's your
stuff, like-
work-life balance with that? Because that's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey.
She lives out of a suitcase. She went to TJ Maxx and got her another one. And we pray that the suitcase, can get her to where she needs to go with no hiccups.
Right. I know.
Jeez.
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Buffalo Bills are
Yeah, they
definitely
claim that game, and it's
putting
so
it
crazy.
into.
They are. And the crazy thing is, managing 3 fantasy leagues is not fun.
Do you have Cam Akers on your team?
I don't have Cam Akers, but I have Buffalo's defense, which I did not play today. Because again, managing 3 fantasy leagues is tough because I was looking and I forgot to put in what I needed to put in for tonight's game. So I'm kind of like, dang it.
You.
And
I did that to
Matt
wide
Stafford.
receiver and stuff.
I had Matt
yeah.
Stafford, and I debated. I said, should I play Russell? I should start Russell because Russell's probably going to smoke the Seahawks. But I didn't know if he was going to be nice to the Seahawks.
But he might get sacked like 2 or 3
he
times.
might get sacked
too,
and all
while
that
getting
stuff
2
too. Yeah, like I don't know.
touchdowns.
It was a toss up. So I thought,
I heard
believe
you.
in Matt. No, Matt
I mean,
didn't do
I
nothing.
thought Matt would have done better. I know that there was a lot
I
of
thought so,
fantasy
too.
football people freaking out because Cam Akers didn't have any yards in the first half or the first quarter.
Right.
People were kind of going crazy. It's a lot. And happy
But I knew
fantasy
Buffalo was
football
going
to
to come in here and
people.
show up.
Well, yeah, because they're the Bills. Listen,
They have a message they need to send. That everybody needs to go in the
they
sports
should have
book
gotten
and
it.
put $100 on them winning the Super Bowl.
Something.
That's the message. Jesus.
It is the beginning of football, so of course, you guys, my Gridiron Heights is back. This is going to be a long one, but they only make a long video for the very first one of the season, so I want you guys to enjoy Gridiron Heights with me for the next 2 minutes. Thank you.
God, oh no, make sure you're filming that. Those fools, they couldn't handle it.
I was gone 11 days and the media didn't know what to do.
Look, our bad, bro. There was just like a lot of attention this all season.
So yeah, we started a hype house. What?
Yo, bro, what a glow up! He could be MVP.
He could be MVP.
Cowboys here for usual hype.
Oh, sorry, my elder dudes, but are you really still going for it in year 7?
The 2022 Gridiron Heights Hype House was the place to be. You had the Rams, the Chiefs, and you had Kyle Pitts specifically, but no one else on the Falcons.
Hi, I'm Kyle. Is there anything you want me to do around the house? I can cook.
The Hype House was classic media, and not the good kind of media where you talk uncontested to a podcaster in a tank top, but the bad kind where they hurt your feelings.
Do you even know what TikTok is?
My favorite show is Church.
Mine too.
You let Trey Lance in, but he's barely played. Hey kid, think you'll have a breakout year?
Trey Lance says yes.
Who's paying for all of this?
Sponsors. And then they made a gargantuan mistake. They started hyping up an NFC East team.
That feeling when people are high on the Eagles for some reason.
Hi, I'm a bearded fantasy podcaster, and look, we were just hyping anybody. Pretty sure I made up Breece Hall.
Javante, it's Russ. Man, this is ridiculous. I dressed up for this. I wore my own jersey.
But as you learn playing for the Bills, some things are just out of your control. And life's not fair.
Do you think there's any one person to blame for what happened?
Tyreek for sure. Yeah, I said what I said. Yo, everyone listen.
Wait, Tyreek, don't.
Tua is like if Mahomes and Brady had a baby raised by a jugs machine. As I've learned very occasionally in my career, there are some things you just can't say. So what happened was the literal weight of expectations got too heavy.
Broncos country. I tried.
Gridiron Heights is always gold.
Man, they're always good. And also, I don't know if anybody caught this, but at the beginning of this, when football's back, everybody has their picture and their, they say their school, their college, or whatever. But of course, there's always somebody who wants to change it up a little bit. And Deion Dawkins from the Bills.
Deion Dawkins, you already show university. You already show university.
You already know university.
Right. It's always good to change it up.
Always good to change it up. It's always good to change it up. But so for those that are in fantasy football, I know all drafts should be done by now. Ours concluded. Make sure you're checking up on them, especially on Thursday. And if you don't, there's some times where I hate playing my men that play Thursday, because that way you can still have the option to switch them out come Sunday for somebody else in case there's an injury or whatever else. But yeah, keep up on fantasy football.
You have to, because I would have killed it in Minority Club if I had moved that Bills defense. I didn't even look at that league today. I looked at ours, and I looked at the Pete's league that he had me in. And I'm sitting pine on that one at all. I have nobody for Thursday, which is probably
nobody. Oh, I also just want to say, so this Saturday, there is a lights game, and they're actually having the lights game against Monterey FC, followed by a police versus fire game.
That's a long night. A long
night on a Saturday. But they are giving out free tickets for healthcare workers, because they are trying to bring, they're partnering with Save and Heal Lives, because they want to bring Donate a Life and organ donating into the realm, so that people can start realizing that I think there's like almost 700 people on an organ donor wait list right now in Las Vegas. So they're trying to bring attention to that. I did get some tickets from Clark County Credit Union. As a member, you can get free tickets there. So if anybody needs tickets, I'll make a post later to see if anybody wants a couple tickets to the game Saturday. It will be a long Saturday night.
It is expected to rain too.
Yeah, so we'll see about that one. But
should that game start at 9:00?
The police fire is going to start immediately after the Las Vegas game, but I'm thinking they're putting the 7 and 9 just.
Yeah, that's late night.
Yeah, a lot.
But that match won't be as long against the firemen and police officers either.
No,
they don't do a whole competitive type of. Period.
Major League Baseball has been going nuts. The Braves have been trying to take this number 1 seed at the NLA East from the Mets. They've been going back and forth, tying it up. Now they're down by a half game. But I know, shout out to Goose and Let the Ball Bounce. I know he posts about the Braves every 5 seconds. And they could not have to be in a wild card race. They may just take the division and go from there. Although my Mariners are still in the hunt for the wild card. We're keeping our fingers crossed that it continues to play out well. We are still top 3 of the wild card position, so we'll see how this goes. Although we do host the Braves tomorrow, so this should be interesting, and hopefully we can get those wins.
Well, I hope you beat them.
I do too. I mean, I know you guys are golden over there in LA Dodger land.
Oh, we sitting back and relaxing, but you can't relax too much.
You're coasting.
Yeah, we're sitting back relaxing. Probably be facing some Yankees. Cardinals, you have to look out for. I think everybody is sleeping on the Cards right now. I think that's the one juggernaut.
I'm glad we don't have to deal with them as far as in our league, in our division, and that's tough.
You got to watch them, because I feel like that's the one team that's going to creep up and do something.
Yeah. It's their time of year.
It is. This is when they turn it on. So it's crazy.
And you got Aaron Judge hitting home runs like there's no answer for it.
Yeah, he is, but it's not doing anything for the Yankees.
One man show,
One man show, but ain't doing nothing for them.
They've played a couple of lower level teams to get these last handful of wins, but
but it does nothing for them. And I literally was looking for a Yankees Dodgers kind of World Series situation, and they just did not do the right thing.
I don't.
And a lot of people are questioning the organization. They're questioning Steinbrenner Jr., and all of that, the family dynamic and what's going on and what. Yankee fans aren't happy. I'll tell you that. They aren't happy. I'm seeing it on Twitter all day.
I've seen a couple of them that are like, I'm done. I don't want to be.
Yeah, they're Man,
but they
funny.
are
They're
acting like, because they're not, up in the division by 10 games that they should. I mean, they're still in the playoffs. I mean,
they are, but it's just a thing where, but it's not like they're like the Lakers of baseball.
I
You know
get it.
this.
But
So they get that expectation and of always having to be.
Shout out Sports Nisa. Yeah, they're not happy at all.
Yeah, they're not. Twitter. Hey, listen, I'm on Twitter. I see it all.
I know
and you it takes you through a rabbit hole. You can see how upset these fans are, but it's the entitlement of them expecting that they think they should be up there where Dodgers are, if not surpassing what the Dodgers record is and all of that good stuff. So
I finally finished that the Derek Jeter's
the captain
thing. The captain. It was good. It was real good. But you see why these fans are like that.
They're jaded and spoiled and entitled. I'm telling you, they feel like it should be, it should always be a Yankees thing. Like how Lakers fans should always be a Lakers
out there. There's
thing.
gonna, it's a lot. I don't know. The only other gripe I had that I thought was hilarious too. So we all know Monday Night Football are Broncos and Seahawks.
Yeah.
But of course, now all this news is breaking about Wilson talks about how Seattle was trying to trade him before he got traded.
I saw that
a year before, and and how Wilson's talking about this and that. And I'm just like, you guys are trying to hype this Monday Night Football game up so much. They're making all these reports now. They got Tyler Lockett coming in about how fans should be cheering for Russell when he comes on the field on Monday. I'm just like,
well, they need to watch. You know what I mean?
It's Monday Night Football. You go and watch it anyway. What are you talking about?
But they need the drama. They need the story.
So much extra drama.
Yeah, they're gonna do that all season when it comes to Russell Wilson and you guys.
Natalie just joined in. I guess she missed the New York.
Yeah, I mean, she knows. She's
she's in New York anyway. She's not going to cuss them out because that's she has so many teams.
She's in pain too. It hurts. I get it. I mean, I know some Yankee fans personally. I don't even want to talk about it, so I get it.
I know. So to recap, guys, we need you at Michelob Ultra Arena on Sunday for the basketball game.
Yes.
I don't care about. I mean, I get
you, your mom, and your cousin too. I need
your
y'all
cousin
to show all the way up to Michelob.
Watch
Ultra
your
on
football
Sunday.
games at the sports book, at the bars. There's Mandalay Bay is huge. You've got not Excalibur. You got Luxor right there too. I mean, find a place, sit down, enjoy your games. Come in, watch an Aces game, and be out. Cheer these ladies on. They need it.
Yeah, I think the house is going to be packed. I think the house is, like I said, I've got people trying to drum up tickets for me. Like, you got tickets? No,
I know. I don't. I got
online. Let me know if you're getting. I'm looking online. I'm like, there's tickets. So I don't understand what you're asking me.
But there's only 200 level tickets now, right?
And that's okay because I've sat in the 200s with the Ball Dogs. With shout out to them when they give out the free tickets, and they're not bad seats.
People think that 200 level in Michelob is like sitting at the 4th level or 3rd level of Legion. It's not. You're literally like in a club level. It's a club. I would say it's a club level.
Right, but I will say at a certain row cutoff, you won't get the towels. So that's the only thing. In the 200 seats, they don't go all the way up to the wall with the towels. It is a certain row that cuts off on the towels. Yeah, they don't.
Maybe because those seats weren't purchased. I don't know.
No, because even with the Ball Dog, maybe that was the Ball Dog seats I was in. They had no towels for that row. They were telling me
maybe people already swiped
off.
them.
Huh?
Maybe people.
No one swiped them. People were there early. They were like, "No, this row I'm back. We don't get towels." So maybe it is to your theory of the paid. But just so you know, sometimes in the 200 levels, you're not going to get those towels. Yeah. Try to talk to somebody, finesse somebody, bribe, whatever you got to do. But yeah.
I bribed my
all the way up.
I bribed my intern.
Right.
We're gonna get on that. All right. Before we let you go, I just wanted to throw out a couple of sneaker drops. But first, there was a huge sneaker story that took part this week. This night, there was 20 or so Nike trailers that got burglarized in Memphis. Over 800,000 in Nikes were stolen. And then of course I didn't post all the pictures, but if you do a Google or go to Instagram, they've got all the people that are trying to resell them and screenshots of the people that are posting all these stolen Nikes and
they'll sell too.
And they will. Shoot, I was wondering, like, where are you? Like, where can I find this?
The thing of it is the bots are already stealing the shoes. So
why not?
People have spoken. I mean, I talked to Carmen, shout out to her when she told me, she's like, in Memphis, they robbed the Nike trucks and got all the J's, the new releases, the releases that aren't even out yet. They got all the shoes. All the shoes.
Shoot,
I was like, wow.
where's the location? Where's the location at? But anyway, let me not. Coming out, we've got there's a Air Jordan Low
Is that a
5?
Yeah.
These are women's only called Expression. Okay. These will be out on the 10th. We also have, and maybe I'm pronouncing the name wrong. I don't know, Jacquemus. Yeah. So Jacquemus and the Nike Air Humara, these are going to be in the bone gold on the left, as well as the ale brown gold on the right.
I love the texture of them. It's like the
texture is nice. Yeah.
Well, they sell that furry
kind
is that of what texture
they're
on the bags.
Okay.
And I want a mini bag so badly.
Oh, so I'm going
to
have to
brand.
Google
we
them.
Sell it in
That's
Nordstrom.
Good. Okay.
I know that brand.
Well, nice.
I'm shopping with y'all.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Shop with Mo, you better. Shoot.
Right.
Everybody needs to. Yeah. These will be out on the 10th as well. These to me, I love, me. When I was a kid, purple, teal, and pink were my favorite colors.
Right.
And this purple and teal they're mids, but these don't look like mids.
They don't. I was about to say they look like a mid when I initially saw it. I said, well, maybe it might be a high.
No,
but it's a mid.
It says mid. But I might have to go with these. These might have to be my September ones for myself. But these are the black grape, the AJ1 mids, black grape. These will be dropping on the 13th. We also have the Jordan 1 lows and mids, the holograms. So these will be coming out on the 14th. Of course, you see the wings poster almost of Michael Jordan there on the right. And then you've got Michael Jordan hologram on the left. Looks like he's just shooting hoops. So the insides, not hologram. The outsides are hologram. And these are ugly, but I just love the colors. So I had to put it up. The up tempos will be out. The cargo khakis on the 14th.
Probably a better looking up tempo I've seen.
Better than the other ones. I just like that forest green orange together.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad look for air up tempos like that. I can kind of get behind a little bit, but
it has like a nice fabric, I think too.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's all, you guys. We appreciate Paloma for coming on the show. Make sure you guys check out her on Fox 5 News, a sports anchor. You'll see her at Aces games. You'll see her obviously at the Raiders, UNLV. Mm-hmm. Give her love, support her, follow her on Instagram and Twitter. Check on her show Sundays at 10 and then 10:30 for the Running Rebels. And I think she also does the Raiders Nation once a week.
Yeah, we were talking about. I wanted to talk to her about that Raider Nation one. That's why I was like, you have a radio show with that. Yeah.
Yeah. We just didn't. So much to ask, not enough time.
I know.
We'll definitely have to get her back next time for sure. All right, y'all. We're done. We shall be here next Wednesday. Hopefully, we'll be 2-0 so far in the finals, but we'll check back with y'all.
Stay tuned. Championship bound.
Yes. Let's go. All right, y'all. Next week. Bye.